I've always had this belief, even before I realized, oh yeah, that's actually what Catholicism teaches, that, you know, we're gonna get like a DVD copy of our entire life someday, that like all of this really is being recorded. And it turns out that the angels are far, far, far better recorders than any courtroom stenographer, any closed captioning, you know, any international interpreter of languages. You've got nothing on these guys. And, you know, so there's a lot of solace that can come with that, and the way that you have a freedom of creative expression. And so then later on, I was introduced to the philosophy of music and started to like intellectualize all of that. Mm-hmm. And like you said, the beat is the underlay, like those emotional tracks that you're talking about that are kind of like vapid and empty. It's because they're appealing to these like lower, like bodily senses that we have in us.
The lower faculties.
Yeah, like there's like the rock music hits your irascible appetite. Some of the like beat boppy, you know, like the pop music will hit your concupiscible appetite, right? Because there's a lustiness sometimes. Mm-hmm. But then there's these higher forms of music that can tap into like justice, right? If the lyrics are right, like philosophical music. And then ultimately like, you know, like chant.
And Gregorian chant.
Yeah, it's objectively speaking like one of the highest, if not the highest form of music.
Right, yeah, I've read that.
That's why organs are considered to be such an important instrument, because what the organ does is it emulates the human voice.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. I mean, I've seen some producers create sounds using their voice because humans have this natural affinity for human vocals. And even if it takes like this manipulated form, because, you know, they do a sample and then they control it using a MIDI controller. But it appeals to the listener because they hear a human element to that sound. So that makes complete sense that
we're rational beings.
We're drawn to the organ sound for worship. And as far as I've heard about heaven, there's a lot of singing up there.
Oh, yes. I'm drawn to Isaiah, where they have the holy, holy, holy that goes on for eternity.
Yeah. And I mean, I can't wait to hear it. I don't know about you.
100%. 100%. Our hearts are restless until they rest in God. And, you know, we work in the valley of tears now, in labor and travail, but there is a time of rest and a time of eternal joy. Eternal beatitude, if I may.
Right.
The rich dawn.
And I'm sure our vocals will be top notch up there as well if we want to join in with the singing too.
Oh, I'm stoked. Yeah, they say when you get your resurrected body, it's like you're in tip-top shape.
Right, yeah, everything, your glorified body. Yep. Yeah. Something to look forward to for sure.
Singing while walking through solid walls, and who even knows? Eye has not seen, ear has not heard.
Yeah.